How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so here's kind of a quick walkthrough for this BTEC assignment brief. It's been a while since you've seen one of these. So this is for learning aim A, which is investigate linear motion in sport and exercise activities. Alright, so as you can see, it's got a 2-week deadline. It's going to be issued from today. So make a note of that in your diary or wherever you need to. Okay, so the vocational scenario context. You've been tasked by your college athletics coach to help to improve the performance of some of the performers in the athletics team. The coach is concerned with the 100 metre and 200 metre sprinter in relation to their speed and acceleration on the track. The coach has asked you to investigate factors related to linear motion for these athletes in order to see which areas of their performance could be improved upon. Quite important you're picking out that it's about improving the performance. You'll need to assess these athletes' speed, velocity, acceleration, deceleration, and momentum. This will need to be written up in a report and given to the coach. Alright, so some few key things to pick out from there. Assessing the athletes, talking about improvements. Alright, you'll need to investigate the following areas of linear motion for at least 2 track athletes. So speed, velocity, acceleration, deceleration. We have done the calculations for these for 100 and 200 metres in class, which I believe you were all there for, so we should all be up to speed with that. We will be covering the last element, momentum, in today's lesson. Okay, so for each athlete you will need to analyse each part of the race and provide calculations in relation to linear motion to show how the athlete is performing at each stage of the race. This evidence will need to be written up in a report that can be given to the college athletics coach. This is quite important, okay guys? So your write-up needs to be written in a way that it comes across that it's going to be given to the athletics coach. Don't just tell me what things are. Write them up as if you were going to provide this report to the coach. Alright, so it's very important that you start applying things now to the actual scenarios. Just like you've done in your exams for psychology and physiology, same thing applies here. The report will need to demonstrate a clear understanding of the principles of linear motion and the relationships between each part of linear motion, so how they follow on from each other. The report should also provide analysis of each athlete's running performance in relation to linear motion. If I pull your eyes down to this section here, the distinction, which I know is what you want to be aiming for, you need to analyse speed, velocity, acceleration, deceleration and momentum using relevant calculations from sport and fitness contexts. So you need to analyse the athlete's running performance, okay, and then make suggestions about how they could improve their performance. If I don't see the analysis and the suggestions for improving the performance, you will be shortchanging yourself and only really looking at a pass or a merit. Okay, and again, if you don't attempt the analysis, especially after this video going through it with you, I will be hesitant to give you a resubmission for it. Okay, here's the next kicker. Sources of information. You'll see textbooks, journals, and websites. I would expect to see a minimum of 3. So ideally that's 1 from each. So a website, a journal, and a textbook used and Harvard referenced for this piece of work. If I don't have those references, you'll be having it back and having another go at it. Okay, you need to start supporting and backing up your research and the things you're looking at. So even if it's something as simple as a definition of what speed may be, I want it to be referenced, I want to know where that came from, and I would like you to use a specific term for speed that has come from a supported, resource or element, shall we say. Alright. And then as usual, ladies and gentlemen, very important, don't forget to sign and date before you submit. Once you have done all of that, you'll be ready to rock and roll.